Hey guys, my name is Alex, and this is just an update on the Kingly Endeavors thing, which I feel kind of obliged to film because I just got a massive influx of subscribers, which I very much appreciate, so thank you if you're one of them. Most of you came from Katie over at Chapter Stacks, who mentioned me in her recent review of Slade House, so thanks to her as well. If you're new to the channel, you'll probably notice that there's been kind of a delay. I'd been kind of decent about putting up a video a week about, all the Stephen King books in chronological order, up to what I think is now the 12th novel that I'm on, which is It, and it's also one of the longest. Anyways, my intention was to read It within 2 weeks. Now reaching the end of the second week, and I'm not even halfway through the book. There is a reason for that, though, and so I wanted to explain the reason, and also I guess that works as kind of an update about what I'm doing with my life, and I think also will shed some light on why I embarked on the Kingly Endeavors thing to begin with. In August of 2012, I started writing a book. I finished that book in February of 2015, so a little over a year ago. I finished the first draft. I then spent several months writing, editing that first draft into a second draft and then into a third draft. The final product, or what appeared to be the final product, the one that I started sending out to agents in pursuit of representation, which might hopefully lead to publication, that version was about 550 pages. Obviously, it's not the greatest idea to have a literary debut at 550 pages when you're a 20-something nobody. But I was ambitious and confident, so I sent queries out to about 8 agents, and for those of you who also write fiction or nonfiction or poetry and you submit it to literary journals, you're probably familiar with the epic wait times of getting feedback from literary journals. It can take anywhere from like 10 minutes to 9 months. Agents, mercifully, are usually pretty quick. They tend to respond between 2 and 4 weeks, and some of the busier ones, the longest response time I ever experienced was 3 months. Anyways, over the course of several weeks, I ended up submitting the query for that novel to 36 agents, I think. All of them said no. One of them expressed some mild interest. I had submitted a query letter along with a 5-page sample, and then she asked for the first 50 pages, and upon receiving the first 50 pages, she promptly said no thank you. So anyways, while I was in the midst of fielding all this avalanche of rejections, I started the Kingly Endeavors project. But so I started doing that, and then unexpectedly, actually the day after Christmas, I started writing a second book, and I didn't really know where it was going. But then I got really engrossed in it, fortunately. And for the past 2 or 3 weeks, I've tried to be very, very disciplined about it, and I've sort of sat myself down religiously for a couple of hours every day to work on it. Yesterday, on Wednesday, I finished the first draft of this second book. That's essentially the reason why I haven't been reading as much in the past couple weeks as I had intended to be reading, as much as I'm accustomed to reading. But now that that first draft is done, it's going to be sitting on the desk for a while, just sort of marinating in its juices, and then I'll have more time on my hands now to read the Stephen King books and to hopefully get the channel back on its usual pace. Anyways, this is just an update just to let you know that I will soon be getting back on track with the Stephen King videos. I very much appreciate all of you who have subscribed recently, and I hope you'll find that it was worth your while. So, constant reader, I'll see you soon. I should probably go ahead and mention that if you have any interest in reading some of the stuff that I've written, I have a blog called View from the Bar. I always post a link in the description. It's there under all of the Kingly Endeavors videos, and I'll also post a link in the description here to a short story of mine called Cerberus that was published in a small magazine called PULP, which is released by some students at the University of Florida. So now, again, constant reader, I'll see you next time.